Hey guys, Brian with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana, and oh my gosh, it is finally back upon us. It is another 5-part video series of Beat the Box, and this 5-part series is probably the best one yet. It is a 2012 box of Prizm basketball, so you guys who watch this channel know how I feel about that product. This one comes with a serious twist. I was gifted the box by a good friend of mine in the hobby. We're going to pretend that my price point was the fair market value, and only a dork would take a gift like this and flip the wax sealed, right? I pledged to the donor, who is a good friend of mine in the hobby, and he has asked to remain anonymous, and he will remain anonymous. But as you guys know, I'm always transparent. I didn't buy this box. This was a box that was gifted to me, but we'll use the fair market value of the box as we move forward. And you guys know how these episodes go, so stay tuned, buckle up. I think you're really going to like this video series, and I'm hoping that maybe we could break the curse and I could finally beat the box. So stay tuned. If you watch the Cajun Cardboard channel, I want you to consider using the PWCC Marketplace. It's a great place to buy sports cards, and you can even support the channel through my affiliate link, which is conveniently located in the YouTube description to this very video you're about to watch. Pause the video, get into the YouTube description, look in the top right of the channel, and you're going to see a link to PWCC. Save that link in your browser, and now you are able to buy sports cards on the PWCC Marketplace just like I do, and at the same time support the Cajun Cardboard channel. All right, guys, here we go. As you guys know, episode number 1 of these Beat the Box series is always about the product. It's always about the box or the case that we're ripping. Today's episode, as I mentioned in the introduction, is the 2012 Prizm basketball. First year Prizm. Prizm in its inaugural year in its simplest form. 3 parallels. There's the base, obviously, 1 through 300. We're going to talk about the set. We're going to talk about the price and all that stuff. Let me just get you over to screen share right now because it's super important. So here we go. Price point and expectations. That's what today's episode's about. Episode 2 will be the box rip, which I'll be very nervous about. This will be one of the best boxes that I've ever opened. I do deal in high-end basketball cards, as you guys know. I've got some high-end cards, that sell at auctions, and I buy some high-end cards, but I do not buy high-end wax. I do not rip high-end wax. This is probably the most valuable box that I have ever opened, so that'll be episode 2, which is probably what you guys want to see more than me sitting here blabbing on about what's inside the box and what we could pull, but for some reason people love these Beat the Box series. The third episode will be what out of that box that I pulled is eligible for grading. What did I deem appropriate to send to PSA, run a few numbers, look at the cards, inspect the cards. These are chromium cards. They're coming out of the pack. I need to look at the centering. I need to look at the corners, the surface, the edges, and I need to wipe them down and make some, not alterations to the card, because there's only so much you can do on pack-pulled chromium products. These cards are very durable, but some of these cards come out with hairline scratches, and trust me, I know, because I collect this entire set in PSA 10, the base set, and I have submitted thousands, not hundreds, thousands of these cards to PSA for grading to get where I am on the base set, and right now I'm at 291 out of 300 PSA 10 on the base set. The only non-cards I need are cards that are valued probably less than $1 in raw condition. I've got all the big boys, and I am violently upside down on this set. The day that I decided to chase this set was pretty much right when the NBA was in the bubble during the pandemic, which, as you will recall, is probably a really bad time to decide that you want to collect anything having to do with 2012 Prizm. We'll look at the history of the set in just a second. So that's episode number 3. What do I grade? What can't I grade? What do I expect to get back? Grade-wise, does it make sense financially? If grading is about $22, it's $19 or whatever with PSA, but it's probably $22 with insurance and shipping. Does it make sense to grade a card if a PSA 10 comes back, $40. Maybe not. I don't know. It just depends on what you're trying to do, with your collection. The fourth will be the PSA grade reveal, which is, obviously my favorite. It's like Christmas Day every time we get a PSA shipment back. And so that will be episode number 4. Episode number 5 is we will compare what I'm into this box for with the grading, and then what I expect the fair market value of all of the cards as they come back graded. That will be episode number 5. We'll compare the numbers, and we'll determine whether I beat the box or whether I got kicked directly in the testicles like I always do, because I have terrible luck. And well, to be quite honest with you, they probably price boxes, generally speaking, at the point where you really can't win. It's almost like walking into a casino. Could you win? Yeah, of course. But should you expect to win? Probably not. But I am a glutton for punishment, and you guys love the content, and so I'm going to keep doing these Beat the Box episodes with some really fun stuff. 2012 Prizm basketball is about as good as you get. So you heard in the introduction, this box truly was a gift from a friend who is asked to remain anonymous, and he or she will remain anonymous. I guess I could say he. It's not a gift from a female admirer of the channel. It is a he, Mrs. Cajun Cardboard, relax. And he just wanted to remain anonymous. It was just a token of appreciation. Good friend of mine, great collector. That narrows it down to probably, 1,000 guys in the hobby, but he knows who he is. And so I'm going to use the fair market value of this Prizm box as sort of the price point. And I've got it pulled up right here on Card Ladder, which is my data pricing tool of choice. This is where I go when I want to figure out what a card's worth, whether I'm investing in a card or buying a box of wax to rip, or I plan to buy a card and put it in my PC in the PWCC vault for Cajun Eternity. No matter what, Card Ladder is where I go to do my damage. That's where I go to get the information. That's where I go to make calculated, hopefully logical, intelligent financial decisions when it comes to growing my PC and or buying cards that I intend to sell one day in the future. Again, I'm a hybrid collector investor. I definitely don't fault anybody for buying and selling cards. I definitely don't fault anybody for keeping cards, in raw condition in their closet or in their basement for the rest of their lives and taking them to the grave. I am somewhere in between those two far extremes. And so you guys know how I do things. This is it. That's what the box looks like, which you will see in episode number 2 when I rip that box open, and that is exactly what my box looked like. The great, rest in peace, gone too soon, Kobe Bean Bryant on the cover. The last one sold for $4,600. This is what it looks like. Hey, does that look familiar? Yeah, it's every freaking card in the world, middle finger graph, and here is the fingertip of that middle finger. Back in April of 2021, one of these boxes sold for, get this, $18,450. Yes, $18,450. That is the sad story. We want to know what I'm into the box for. Hypothetically, again, it was a gift, but if I had bought it, I've got on here that the box is worth about $4,500. So I'm using $4,500 as my price point. The last 3 sales since February, $5,040. $43.88, $46.20. I averaged the last 2. We're going with $4,500. It's not a perfect science. It's not an exact science. That's the number I'm going to use to try to beat the box. And so that's what you see over here. Let's see. Let's get that out of there. Here we go. Okay. So what do we need to know about the set? Let's talk about the set itself. The 2012 Prizm set. It's a 300 card base set. I know this set inside and out, backwards and forwards, because I've collected the set. I've got a massive spreadsheet I'm going to share with you. Look, here's a sneak peek right here. This is what the set looks like. We're going to go through there. We're going to look at some of the cards and what I can and can't expect as far as grades and what their value is going to be. But going back to this, 1 through 150 in the set. Card number 1 through card number 150, those are all veterans, non-rookies, veterans. So it's like a 150 card base veteran set. Cards number 151 through 200, and this is the part that I really like, is legends. We're talking about legends of the game. 50 legends of the game, and I've got in parentheses sort of, because not everybody in the legends is technically a legend, at least not by my estimation. Let's go through some of the names. I'm going to sprint through these names. You'll know when I get to a non-legend. Wilt, Maravich, Bill Russell, Oscar Robertson, Olajuwon, Irving, Ewing, Mo Cheeks. Okay, maybe. It depends on how old you are and what you think about Mo Cheeks. Abdul-Jabbar, Penny Hardaway, David Thompson, Horace Grant as a legend. Odd. He is the one that stands out so far. Bird, Rolando Blackman, Larry Johnson, Shaq, Derek Coleman, Karl Malone, Moses Malone, Mark Aguirre, Rudy T, Jerry West, George Mikan, Kelly Tripucka. Remember, Best ass cheeks in the business, right? He wears those tight, shiny shorts. Tripucka's very suspicious. David Robinson, Scottie Pippen, Danny Manning, Elgin Baylor, Charles Oakley, Sam Jones, very underrated Celtic of all time. Very, very underrated. Go look at Sam Jones' numbers on basketballreference.com. I wasn't old enough, obviously, to watch Sam Jones play, but it was brought to my attention by my good recurring co-host, Coach Pixley. He's like, go look at Sam Jones' numbers. The dude was a freaking monster. Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, he who shall not be named. I shouldn't have named him. The Prince of Darkness, Bill Laimbeer, Ewing, Mullen, Stockton, Iverson, Neek, Tim Hardaway, Zydrunas Ilgauskas falls under the Legends category. Okay, Prizm, whatever you say, Panini. Gervin, Tony Kukoc, James Worthy, Vlade Divac sneaks in here. Terry Porter, Bill Walton, Sean Kemp, Yao Ming, Mutombo, and Mourning. So the two great Georgetown centers, and then Ewing, right? So all three great Georgetown Hoyas, the Hoya Destroya, and then Mount Mutombo and Zoe all make it into the list. So there's your 50 legends. So that's why I put sort of. Some of those guys, Ilgauskas, come on, man. Mo Cheeks is better than Ilgauskas. Some of those guys, Horace Grant, I don't know, man. Those guys are not legends. I feel like you should definitely have to be in the Hall of Fame. And then numbers, and this is where it gets weird, 201 through 300. Yeah, that's right, 100 rookies in this set. And this is where stuff goes nuts because you're talking about a double draft class. Yes, that's right. So that is why I have drawn many parallels between 2012 Prizm and 1986 Fleer. Is it apples to apples? Of course not. But there are a lot of similarities. First of all, the 86 Fleer set was, again, depending on where you stand on Star, I'm not making this video about Star versus Fleer and doing all that crap. I'm just going to talk about Fleer. 81 Tops was the last time NBA licensed products were distributed in packs where you could randomly pull players. The Star cards were in team bags, so it wasn't random pack pulled stuff. But 82 off, 83, 84, 85, no cards. So 86, you're talking about 5 years worth of rookie cards. Again, Star people, don't get your pitchforks and your torches. Calm down, relax. I'm just trying to draw a corollary between 86 Fleer and 2012 Prizm. So this is not a 5 years worth of, awesome rookies, but it is 2 years worth of awesome rookies, and it's 2 really good years because I'm going to walk you guys through the rookie list real quick right here. It starts with 201 and none other than Kyrie Irving. So you've got your Kyrie Irving, your Klay Thompson, and here's the deal. We'll talk about this. This is the PSA 9 column right here, what they're worth. This is the PSA 10 column for the base. This is the PSA 10 column if it's a silver, okay? And we'll talk about those pack odds and stuff like that in just a second. But just listen to the list of rookies. Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, Jimmy Butler, Kawhi Leonard. First of all, that's 4 Hall of Famers in a row. I don't think there's any question that those 4 guys are Hall of Famers. And I know that sounds weird for Kyrie Irving, but I think he is for sure. Anthony Davis, Hall of Famer. Beal, he's got to do some things here with the Suns. I don't know if Beal's getting in the Hall of Fame. Lillard, unquestionably first ballot. Draymond Green, first ballot. Like it or not, he is. And then Middleton, not a Hall of Famer, but a very good multiple-time All-Star. Hoping he can make a nice comeback here for my Bucks. So pretty damn good rookie list. I didn't mention Evan Fournier, who was a pretty good NBA pro. I didn't mention the All-Star Nikola Vucevic, or Vucevic, however you want to pronounce it, who's a really good pro. There's some other really good pros that are in here, but I think that pretty much Andre Drummond's another one, multiple-time NBA rebound leader, really good player, not a Hall of Famer. I don't think anybody else is really a big-time rookie. I might have left somebody out. Tristan Thompson has just been around. Isaiah Thomas was off to a great start. I have Young in there because he's the young, not the old one. Tobias Harris is a good NBA pro, not a Hall of Famer, but a good NBA pro. Reggie Jackson, good NBA pro. Kenneth Faried, the Manimal, was a good pro. So that's a pretty good list right there. So that's your rookie cards. That's what you're looking at. Going back to our main sheet. I paid $4,500 for the box, so I'm in $4,500 right now in the red. I've got to work my way out of it. I got to chisel my way out of it. I need some good luck on episode number 2, ripping the box. I'm going to be probably around $22 per card. Of course, I will gladly take an upcharge if I pull a gold Prizm. Speaking of, let's look at what could be pulled from this box. So we've gone through the base set, 1 through 150 veterans, 151 through 200 legends, 201 through 300 rookies. So 150 veterans, 50 legends, 100 rookies. You're going to pull plenty of all of those 3 base cards. 2 autographs per box on average. I have heard of people possibly pulling 3. I have heard of people possibly pulling 1. I don't know if it's a guaranteed 2 or if it's an average of 2. I guess we'll see. 2 Prizms per box. Approximately on average, it sounds like you could pull 1, you could pull 3, maybe you pull 4. I don't freaking know. I have no idea. Keep in mind, there are hobby boxes, there are retail boxes. I am opening a hobby box, and what that means is there's no green parallels, okay? We're about to talk about the parallels. There's no greens in this box. It's all silvers or golds or base. That's it, right? There are 2 inserts per box, and one of those inserts could or could not be a silver Prizm or a gold Prizm insert. We just have to wait and see, but I think there's around 2 inserts per box as well. So you're looking at about 5, 6, or 7 goodies outside of the base, right? Now, some of these base cards are really good cards, you know, and we'll look at the price point here. Like some of these cards, Kyrie Irving, PSA 10, Clay, Butler, 150, 150, 150, 175 for Kawhi Leonard. Here's something crazy. That card got as high as $6,000. What? Did I stutter? No, $6,000 I think that card touched, or at least got real close to it. 125 now for an Anthony Davis rookie. That used to be multiple 4 figures. Beal's only $55 for a PSA 10 rookie. That seems really low. Did I do something wrong there? I wanted to look that up. I had to have done something wrong. There's no way a Beal PSA 10. Is that right? Is that right? Oh my God, a Bradley Beal PSA 10 rookie is $60 freaking dollars. That's crazy. $55, $60. That's nuts, dude. Okay, where was I? Here we go. Keeping going down. Lillard's a $250 card. So hitting all the typical base cards, even if they were all PSA 10s, that ain't gonna get it done. The only way I'm beating this box is with a big time silver or 2 big time silvers or an autograph, or what we haven't mentioned yet is this little bad boy right here, a gold, right? So here's the deal with the inserts. There's autographs, they come in base and then silver. Keep in mind in 2012, Prizm called silvers Prizms. So it was called a Prizm. Is that confusing? Yeah. Stupid? Yes. Bad marketing? Yes. Bad idea? Yes. Non-digestible, horrible way to identify special refractor. Why didn't you just call them refractors? I don't know. They called them Prizms, okay? So super confusing. Now we call them silvers, obviously. We don't call them Prizm. But technically in 2012, they were called Prizms. So there's 2 autographs per box on average. You could pull 2 of these 4 inserts, and they're all cool in my opinion. Downtown bound, dudes who shoot the 3, shoot from distance. Finalists, people who have played in NBA Finals. MVP, only MVP winners. And you guys know, if you watch my channel, I'm collecting this MVP insert set in silver Prizms in PSA 10 conditions, and I'm working my way through that set. It is not easy, and I might not even pull one. The odds are I will not pull an MVP base insert. The odds are even greater or more likely that I will definitely not pull a silver Prizm MVP insert. Wouldn't it be something if I did? And wouldn't it be something if it was one of the 10 that I needed? And then there's the USA set, where it's featuring the players that were on the USA team back in the year 2011, 12, whatever that was. You know, you're talking about AD, you're talking about Carmelo, you're talking about, LeBron James, some real big players in that MVP set. I think Chris Paul's in there as well. Kevin Durant might be in there as well. It's a really good group of players in that 2012 USA insert set as well. So all 4 of the true inserts come in base, silver, gold, and green. But the problem is I can't pull green, which is super, super rare. I think it's even more rare than silver. Somebody else can quote me on that. Comment below. Let me know if I'm crazy. But base, obviously we know base. There's silver and then there's gold. If I pull silvers, you're talking about pretty big numbers. I haven't priced all of them, and I don't have the inserts down here. I didn't want to kill too much time on this video. I'm already at 16 minutes. But you look at the LeBron James silver PSA 10. The last one sold for $17,000. I don't have, the Kobe Bryant, the last silver PSA 10, just his base card, $6,400. These are huge cards. If it's a silver insert for LeBron or Kobe, you're talking about 4 figures. You're talking about really big cards, PSA 10, if you pull a silver, as long as it's a really, really good player, even a Chris Paul silver, stuff like that. Those are really big cards, right? Because silvers back then were crazy rare. Like I said, I'm probably pull two in this whole box, right? And it's a $4,500 box. So for me to get 10 raw silvers, I would need to pay $45,000 just to pull 10 silvers. That's steep, man. Silvers meant something back in 2012, a lot more than they mean today. That's for damn sure. Steph Curry, and we'll look at some of the silver pops. The Steph Curry silver last sold for $4,800. Even the Steph Curry base PSA 10, you're talking about $125. By the way, the Kobe Bryant, just a base card PSA 10, $200. So if I pull a Kobe base, I'm sending it off. Even a 9, I get my money back. A 10, it's a $200 card. I've already got the 10 because I'm collecting the set. Some of the guys that I need are some of the more obscure rookie cards in here. So it's like Gustavo Ayón and some weird, John Scherner type stuff. It's not guys you've ever heard of. I've highlighted some of the other cards that are big. In the Legends, you would think all these Legends and PSA 10, even in the base, would be worth it, but they're really not. They're not any more rare than pulling a base card. So you're going to pull I'm going to pull a bunch of Legends, base. The Silver Legend PSA 10 is where you make some money. As you can see, a Bird Silver $600, a Bird base PSA 10 $75, a Shaq base PSA 10 only $50, a Shaq Silver PSA 10 $500. Magic Johnson, similar to Bird, $40 for a base PSA 10, $600 for a Silver PSA 10. I did not price all these other Legends, but I'm guessing, if I pull a Silver Vlade Divac, I'm going to send it. If I pull a Silver Terry Porter, I'm going to send it. If I pull a Silver Bill Walton, I'm going to send it. Those PSA 10 Silvers are definitely going to be worth the grading fee. Even if they come back a 9, I'm not losing money on that. Those cards are going to move. I do think this is a set that has the potential to be collected in base, just like the 86 Fleer, not to that extent. It's too big. It's 300 cards. I do think the insert sets are something that could be collectible by set collectors one day. It's first year Prizm. There's only 4. It's very, affordable right now. It's very collectible. It's very understandable. And I think all of that can also be collected in silver. Gold is just too far down. I know there are people that are trying to collect 2012 Prizm in gold 1 through 300. Good luck to you, because those sons of guns are very expensive already. But look at the rookie silvers right here. You're talking about Kyrie 1100, Klay Thompson 2600, Jimmy Butler 1750. Kawhi Leonard 3350. Kawhi Leonard twice as much as Jimmy Butler. That's interesting. Anthony Davis, still $2,500 for a silver. Even a Beal is $500. Damian Lillard silver, which I'm a happy owner of, $2,100 in a PSA 10 slab. And then Draymond Green, $650. Chris Middleton, $630. I would have thought Draymond Green's silver Prizm would have been worth a hell of a lot more than Chris Middleton, with all the hype around Draymond Green being part of the Warriors. All right, but going back to our list, I think that's it, guys. I think we've knocked it out. Here, let me just show you real quick. I'm on Trading Card Database. This is the stuff that I just talked about. These are the inserts. There's 18 sets, okay? Stay with me here. In the autographs, you can also pull a Prizm autograph, which is a silver autograph. And I thought those were numbered to 25. I might be wrong. Yeah, so these are all serial number to 25. Here's the autographs that you can pull. There are 100 different Prizm serial number to 25 autographs. So this would be a massive, massive, massive hit as well. Huge money if I can pull one of those out of there. Not likely. Very, very unlikely. 2 of the cards in here are going to be autographs on average, and it's very unlikely one of them would be a Prizm serial number to 25 autograph. It's just not going to happen. Downtown Bound base silver, gold, green. Finalists, base, silver, gold, green. MVP, base, silver, gold, green. And USA Basketball, base, silver, gold, green. So when we add up the 2 autographs and then 4 of each for the inserts, you're talking about 18 different parallel insert sets and insert parallel sets. And then, like I said, this is as simple as it gets. And this is where I think Fanatics needs to go back in time and kind of take a page out of inaugural Panini with a brain, not Panini chasing the dollars, but Panini with a brain, and limit the number of parallels. I'm not sure 3 is the answer. I'm not sure silver, gold, green is the answer. But Fanatics, if you are thinking about making as many or more parallels as Panini, I beg of you, and everybody can comment on this video, please, we beg of you, reduce the number of parallels so that each parallel has a sense of self-worth, a sense of identity, a sense of meaning. I don't need tacos. I don't need zebras. I don't need tiger stripes. I don't need Jolly Ranchers. I don't need disco bubbles. Make 5 colors, make 8 colors, make 10 colors. I don't care, but just have some consistency with the serial numbering. Make gold serial number to 10, make orange serial number to 49, make red serial number to 199, 299, or whatever the deal is. But please, even if you want a serial number, silver Prizms, oh my God, if you serial numbered silver Prizms to 1,000, you would turn the hobby on its head. Imagine if Fanatics said, you know what, when our new product comes out, you can't call them Prizms or Panini unless they get together and settle these lawsuits and they acquire the Panini brand and the rights to do all that. So you're not going to call it a Prizm. But what if they said our refractors are serial number to 1,000? Oh my gosh, do you know how popular those refractors would be? How sought after, how coveted? I would actually open Ultra Modern Wax. I would actually get back in the game and try to get some of these cards, and I would buy some of these cards. Right now I'm just on the sidelines just watching them print. Enough of a diatribe. That's it. That's what it looks like. That's it. Any card, we didn't talk about this, any card in a gold, any gold Prizm is an absolute freaking monster. So, especially if it's a legend, a rookie, or, a big time, big time veteran 1 through 150 guy, like a LeBron, a Kobe, a Curry, somebody like that. So that's kind of it, guys. That's episode number 1. That's the type of stuff that I'm looking to pull. There's a lot of potential in here. It's a fun box. I don't suspect that I will pull more than one $1,000 card. It's highly unlikely. So, really, I've got to make my money on a silver Prizm, an autograph, or if I just happen to strike gold and pull a gold. So that's really it, guys. That's it. That's the end of it. That's episode number 1. Don't forget, this is airing on a Monday. You're watching this on a Monday, probably around 6 p.m. Tomorrow, on Tuesday, episode number 2, we're going to rip this 2012 Prizm box. On Wednesday, episode number 3, we're going to talk about the cards that I've decided are worth grading. And I'm going to show you my shipment to PSA and what I'm sending. And then we'll calculate it and we'll put it in the video. And then we'll know how much total investment I'm in. Episode number 4, we are going to get the cards back. And I'm going to reveal to you what the grades are. I've got a long history of grading with PSA for 2012 Prizm. As I said, I've sent thousands, yes, thousands, to try to put that PSA 10 base set together. And I've actually, I'm way upside down because the singles that I bought PSA 10s of, I bought at the peak of the market, so I'm getting absolutely destroyed. But the funny thing is, all the raws that I got and then got back, I've been able to move those PSA 9s for profit, and I've really been able to move all of the PSA 10s for really good numbers, like sometimes 300, 400, 500, 600% profit. Like, it's really interesting. So it's been a really interesting investment, that 2012 Prizm base set. And no, I'm not looking to sell it even when I do complete it. I just need 9 chintzy little players, and I'll put it together, and I'll keep that one for a while because I like this set. I really do think highly of this set, and now would be the worst time to sell this set. And then episode number 5 will be just comparing the numbers. We'll see how bad I lost. Oh, sorry. I guess there is a chance I could beat the box, although it's never happened. I'm sorry. I've kind of fallen into that deal where, anything that can go wrong goes wrong on Beat the Box series. But I've got my fingers crossed. Maybe we'll pull some magic, and maybe for once you guys can actually comment on how well I did, and you can actually see me pull a big card instead of a bunch of chintzy trash. But fingers crossed, hopefully the video goes well. Thank you guys for watching episode number 1. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the bell icon so you know when episodes 2, 3, 4, and 5 of this Beat the Box series come out. Also, as you saw in the introduction, I keep all my cards in the PWCC vault. Thank you guys for anybody and everybody who submitted cards to PWCC using the promo code Cajun, all caps, C-A-J-U-N. All of those submissions, and a lot of you guys message me. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I truly appreciate that. I think you're going to be surprised at how good of a vaulting service they provide and how it can really change the way you collect your cards. And then also just the people who have kind of donated money to the channel so I can do these types of videos and I can increase the quality of the audio and the visual and complete the Michael Jordan Hierarchy project and some of the other projects that I have planned in the future. A lot of you guys have contributed money through that PayPal link. If you go into my YouTube description in the top right, you'll see my PayPal link on there. If you don't see the link for whatever reason, it keeps coming in and out on YouTube and I'm not sure why, just go into the description and just cut and paste that into your browser. It's real easy. Click it, donate whatever you think I'm worth, right? I'm not telling you to donate. I'm just telling you it's there. If you think my channel has value and you think that these video series have value and you like the MJ Hierarchy project and you like the, explore the card episodes and the best of the best and some of the PWCC weekly auction recaps I do and some of the golden auction recaps I do on Fridays and some of the mail days that you're going to get on the Saturdays and Sundays, and you don't like commercials, you don't like interruptions, you don't like talking about all the bullshit in the hobby and all the drama and the he said, the she said, and you just want to talk about cards, what they're worth, worth, what they look like, why they look cool, how long I'm going to hold them, how long we're going to collect these cards, and talk about all the different cards that we know and love. If you like that kind of stuff and you want to support my channel, put something in the PayPal donation. And if you don't. Keep watching the channel anyway. I appreciate all you guys for watching. You can watch anything you want. You choose to watch me scream at the screen from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So, end of episode 1. Thank you guys for watching. Wish me luck tomorrow ripping this box. Keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby. And peace.